This video is brought to you by Aviditary.
It was, I guess, sort of in the formulation of the lyrics for the first album and everything else.
Yep.
It just really goes back to the mythology of the 10 lost tribes of Israel and that sort of thing, and then contemplates not the new age, but just looking forward and extrapolating what if there were an 11th.
So
not in a simplistic sense, but just as a commentary on the modern age. Yeah. Well, I wrote a bunch of material and basically went looking for musicians, and just one by one found a bunch of like-minded people, and we actually came together in the studio. We hadn't played a live gig.
So it was
all.
I guess it was a combination of factors.
Somebody knew somebody, and
it was a very
get to talking. They were all professional players from the Toronto area. The lineup then is different from the lineup now, with the exception of our bass player Tom Lewis.
I guess you have to have some changes to the music course, right?
Yeah, and it was schedules and everything else.
Yeah. Well, I guess these kinds of bands, like you guys, tend to be, the best formed bands, because you're not manufactured. You're actually being, melted together, and you adjust and everything. And,
well,
I mean, it's
polarized around a vision, which is great. Right. The artistic vision is what polarized the band, which is, for me, has made it great. It's been really easy finding players willing to do it and get enthusiastic about it. And I think that the level of, our lineup has been pretty stable for the last while. We've just added a new drummer that we're going to, Owen Durkin, who's playing with us for the first time tonight, and has made a phenomenal difference in terms of where we want to go in developing the sound.
So you're happy where you are now?
Well, we're never happy where we are. Yeah.
That really is.
But we're going to have fun.
Okay, that's a good part. That's a good part.
It's actually the friction, I think, of lyric and music rubbing against each other. At one point, I even think we called ourselves, folk rock on steroids, because the lyric is still very central for us to what we're about. But even within, the Radiohead, Zeppelin-esque melodic, you've got the sense that this could explode on you at any point in time, metaphorically and literally. And I think with Owen as the addition to the band, dynamically, that really does happen in a live setting. Now it's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
So your conflict, guys, I guess your conflict as a band would be not only what's being written and what's being sung, but the differences between the members of the band. When you put that together, I guess that conflict comes out as successful music in the end.
Yeah, I mean, there's not tension between the
not as in you're going to start slapping.
There's artistic tension for sure. Kinetic energy is what it is. Yeah.
It's all about science.
Yeah. Which one of the band members is likely to clean
their oven?
God, I've never seen any of their ovens.
I guess who's most likely to be home domestic?
I like to cook.
Hey, there you go.
But part of my deal is I don't clean. That's right.
Is that agreement right there?
Maybe metaphorically that works in the band too.
This is probably the most useless question if you have.
I cook, and they clean up after.
So this is probably the worst question.
They keep me from making a mess of things.
If it was a self-cleaning oven, this question is completely obsolete.
That's right.
One more breath from here beyond.
I think that's the whole point, is that you do come into contact with other tribes. One of the things is, I think, that permeates the lyrics is just sort of the sense of line intersecting in the world around us, whether it's, you know, at a microcosmic level versus just the lines of people's lives intersecting versus the planets going around the sun.
So fate sticks everything together, and contact is part of your.
I don't know that it's fate so much as just what happens when things bounce together and overlap.
Okay, well, it's great to end on the note of God. Thank you very much.
All right.
Open water, 'cause I'm waiting for my God to